In all the years, I would say the best way to start is, this has probably been for you the craziest offseason you've ever had. From the GM negotiations through not getting the guy you go after, which is so rare for you. It's been a rather unusual offseason, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's not been fun. Every Yankee winter is tough. I mean, even the previous winter, even though the names aren't as big, like the Johnny Daniels saga was a pain in the butt. It's just every winter's tough. We always have a lot of different situations that get thrown your way. Negotiations are difficult, but this one's tough. But we're starting our way from being a World Series contender.
Publicly, this creates a lot of great stories for everybody. Number one, there's a rift in the Yankee front office now. Number two, is Brian unhappy? They've already written that Brian's looking for another team, which has been written about you many times. You would obviously have many job offers if that was the case. Number one, do you sense, first of all, are you annoyed that they didn't heed your way? Are you upset that they said, Brian, we're not doing it your way? Does that bother you?
Yeah, it bothered me at first because, again, I go back to job descriptions. I mean, when I do this job, everything, for me to do it effectively for myself, I won't say I'm the sharpest knife in the drawer or the, brightest bulb. And so for me to do my job effectively, everything I say has meaning. Everything I convey to agents, to media, to general managers, all are, I'm not going to lie to them, but they're breadcrumbs leading to something. So if you follow what I say, eventually, and you see what I want to be doing, don't match up. So, for instance, in the Soriano discussions, this is how I feel it compromises my ability and credibility to do the job effectively if I lied at that press conference, which I did.
Which you didn't. You were honest. You basically said, this is what I feel, which you had already said publicly anyway.
So, I talked to the agent for J.J. Putz, who had a terrific year last year with the White Sox, or the agent for Kerry Wood, who was with us, or the agent for, any of the setup guys that we're looking for this winter, to name a few, whether it's Benoit, or Soriano, for instance. I said all our different agents, and if I talk to other GMs that have maybe relievers, the Reds might have Cordero they're trying to dump because to make a ton of money as their closer, I would say I wouldn't pay a sub guy that kind of money. So when I'm hearing $5.5, $6.5, $7 million for the setup situation, it's the agent for you, I'm like, listen, that's not what I'm into. I don't believe that's the way you build a bullpen. I don't believe that's the way you do it. And so all of that then leads up to another conversation, which is, all right, the bluffing game, they maybe don't have that number, then they'll get down, I hear him, Cashman's always telling me accurate information, so I tried, I shot my bluff, he's not biting, but I still want to be in there, so now maybe that number gets reduced to $4 million over for further conversations. But then when you have a violent reaction to all of a sudden in the blue, these agents and general managers see Soriano signing 58 days for $11 million, their first reaction is, this guy's full of crap. He told me he wouldn't pay $6 million for a sub guy, now he's paying double that. He told me he thought the explosion in the relief market is out of whack and people are going to get, and then the Yankees blow it up. Yeah, and all of a sudden we want to put the highest number. So the next conversation I have with him, whether it's a GM, whether it's the media, whether it's an agent, they're going to say, this guy's full of it. I can't trust him. He's a liar. And now, my next negotiation, trade, or free agent signing is going to be more difficult because they're not going to buy what I say. So I had several conversations with people about Soriano and this concept, whether it was Scott Boras or even me, and I'm like, it ain't happening. No, it's not something I'm interested in. I even went public with, after talking to Hal Steinbrenner, we're not signing anybody left in the market and giving up our number one pick. I had already talked to Damon Oppenheimer after leave. You got that pick. You guys do a great job. We're going to get a good player at 32. And that was it. And I said that with internal discussions with ownership already. So when we had the violent shift in that philosophy, I was left with two choices. Do I run and spin it, which is BS everybody, which they'll know he's full of it.
Which a lot of GMs would have done.
Oh, no doubt. Or do I just say the truth? I told my ownership and team president, I'm in a bad spot, and for me to continue to effectively do my job, I'll just say, in all your businesses,
it's only open in 1 year, though.
I I offered him a 1 year, but the concept was I was led to believe by people on the union side, agents who were having trouble with their type A's, that you could do a sign and trade. So I had lined up a small deal that wasn't going to cost me really much from our farm system. If I could do a deal with Pavano, and if it was legal to do a sign and trade in a 1 year, because I was not going to give up my number one pick for Carl either. But if it turned out to be a 1 year number on money, it was $7-8 million bucks. And if he was healthy, and I did talk to a couple of our players in the clubhouse because of the controversies, and they're like, man, if we can get Carl, and Andy ever comes back, holy cow. So Carl didn't leave here. He had a bad taste with the fans, and I know he didn't.
That was not a bad signing. That was just an unlucky time in that guy's life. And he didn't handle everything great. He didn't work as hard as he should have, and he's out at night. Because he was frustrated because he couldn't pitch. That guy can pitch. We all saw him pitch against the Yankees in the World Series. We've seen him since. That guy's a terrific pitcher. Yeah, he really is.
At the end of the day, it shows I'm not afraid of anything. If it makes us better, or I think it might make us better, even though it's going to make me look like a horse's patootie, I'll still do it.
Hey, he pitched great against the Yankees that postseason. I mean, the guy's terrific. He's a good pitcher. Go ahead. Last one. You got it.